Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to OLC TV for some more Warhammer Underworlds Online. Now, as promised, I have a Warband focus as Magore's Fiends. But before I get into the meat of that, I thought I would just highlight a couple of things that have happened since my last video. You will notice down here, for those eagle-eyed viewers, that the number has ticked up. We have had an update, and this update has brought with it this little thing up here, which means that we can more easily invite friends to have games against them. Before, it was a real challenge, let me tell you. A couple of other things that have happened is we have a quality of life improvement. We can press escape to back out, just as I did then, which is great because it means we don't have to go up here. Lazy, I know, but, you know, anything that just makes it quicker, makes the getting to the fight quicker in a game like this, improves the experience for players. There's also a tactical overlay that I will show off later in the match, but basically you press Alt and it will give you some a nice overlay of the hexes, of objectives and things like that to help you better plan out your moves. Anyway, back to Magore's Fiends. So here we have Magore's Fiends as cards. As I have said before in my Iron Skulls Boys Warband focus, these guys, Magore's Fiends, are extraordinarily aggressive. They're a proper Khornite Chaos Warband, so they are after collecting as many skulls as they can, and everything they do backs this up. You'll notice straight away, they all inspire if their attacks succeed. You shed blood, these people get better. But unlike Iron Skulls Boys, where basically the guys get more and more powerful in attack, these people get a few tweaks and things that improve their ability to kill without necessarily giving them extra damage all the time. Uninspired, all the fighters, apart from Riptooth, this little beastie here, who's a little bit different, but all the other fighters have a movement of 3, they roll 1 block dice, and they have 4 wounds. Riptooth, however, moves 4, being a little bit quicker on 4 legs, and rolls a dodge rather than a shield to defend. He still only has 4 wounds. As far as attacks go, another thing you'll notice is, for a boss, he doesn't hit spectacularly hard, our Magore. His demonic axe does 2 damage, you roll 2 hammers to do it, and it's a range of 1. But what it does have is cleave. Now cleave means that if someone rolls to block, that block doesn't get anything done. His axe will hurt that player. End of story. Brilliant. Useful. Hacker, you'll remember from Iron Skulls Boys, has a similar trick, but Hacker needs to do it when inspired. This chap gets it from the go. Very, very useful, almost guaranteed damage as long as he hits. Jarkus and Gartok both have 2 sets of attacks. Their attacks are very, very similar. Jarkus has his weighty gore axe, it does 1 range, 2 dice, 2 damage, but it has the effect of a knockback. Gartok has no special effects, but does similar damage for similar dice. They both also have a light attack. Now this light attack is Gore Fist, and Gore Fist is a reaction. Now this means that if someone takes a swing at either Jarkus or Gartok and fails to hit, they can, as long as they roll this dice and get their swords, make an attack action and do up to 1 damage against their attacker. 1 damage isn't a lot, but 1 damage is better than nothing, and when you've got a warband who inspires on doing damage, it just gives them an extra chance to inspire. Gartok as well, you'll notice, has this. This means he cannot be driven back. So if you plonk him on, say, Objective 1, and we have a card, we need to hold Objective 1 and score 1 glory, he cannot be driven back by other people's attacks. You need to either kill him or use ploys to move him. Riptooth only has light attacks, but his light attacks use 3 dice, do 2 damage, and have cleave on a critical, so it's not too bad. He also has this, which is slightly irritating because you want to stack your fighters with as many upgrades as possible that give them the ability to attack in this warband. But Riptooth cannot have upgrades that will improve his attack actions, unfortunately, unless they're specific to him in the upgrades pack. But I don't believe any of these Riptooth specific cards are attack action upgrades. Now, when they shed blood, these guys inspire, and when they inspire, they move faster because the shedding of blood inspires them to want to shed more blood, and they need to move on to the next target and the next target and the next target as fast as they possibly can. So all of them, you will see their movement go up. So for Magore, Jarkus and Gartok, that means going up to 4. But for Riptooth, that's up to a 5. He suddenly becomes one of the fastest people on the pitch at any one time. Very, very useful. You'll also notice the damage goes up for Magore, which is quite nice. It puts his damage up to 3. It's not going to kill anyone outright unless you're fighting the Sepulchral Guard, but 3 damage on a cleave is almost guaranteed 3 damage every time you hit. It's not to be sniffed at. These chaps, Gartok and Jarkus, they don't get extra damage. What they do get, if you'll notice here, is this little number here, 2 dice, goes up to 3, and this little number here, 2 dice, from 1. So they get an extra chance to hit, which again isn't to be sniffed at. People like to have the damage, but almost guaranteed hits are also useful. Riptooth, on the other hand, he sees his damage go from 2 to 3. Also, what the other people don't have is he gets an extra dodge dice, which means he becomes really quite tanky, very, very fast, and really deadly. This guy can be a monster for your team. Anyway, let's move on to the objectives. So, as far as objectives go for this team, they're still all about getting into fights and doing as much damage as possible, but they have a few other things that make them a little bit more tactical than just the Auric straight up charge. An example of this is Bane of Champions. You score 2 glory immediately if Riptooth takes out an enemy leader. Now if you compare up someone like Magore with Riptooth to go straight for an enemy leader, Magore hits and has cleave action, so he's almost guaranteed to do 2 damage. Now, apart from the Iron Skulls, every other leader has 3 or 4 hit points, so he's already taken off half, let's say. Riptooth also does 2 damage straight up, so if you move Magore first and then Riptooth in your very first phase against the enemy leader, you've got 2 glory. That's super useful. You also have this cool thing here, Bloody Annihilation. It scores you 3 glory if all enemy fighters have been taken out of action. Now, this is very, very similar to the straight up Annihilation here, which gives you 5. But, basically, if you got the 2 of these, you get 8. That's quite nice. I personally don't take them both, because you're essentially trying to do the same thing. But for those of you who just want to create havoc, kill everything, if you whack this in your objective deck, you could score 8 straight off the bat. You're going to win every single game. And a final one that I just wanted to show here, you score this immediately if all friendly fighters, at least 3, are adjacent to a different enemy fighter. So again, similar to Iron Skull's boys, who gets 1 straight up from charging the enemy, this one essentially is the same thing, except you've got to have all 4 of your people fighting a different enemy. Or potentially if one of your guys dies in the next round, you've got 3 people. If they're all fighting different enemies, you score 1. It's a little bit more flexible than the Iron Skull's boys ones, and it's an almost guaranteed 1 glory. Any glory points you can score for doing very, very little is incredible. You gotta take them. On to power cards next. Okay, so with these power cards, one of the things you will see first is that there are a lot of reaction plays. Now, these reaction plays are extraordinarily useful because you can turn this warband into a snowball of violence. If, for example, we're to continue the slaughter, should you kill an enemy fighter, your next attack action will have +1 damage, which gives you a better chance of killing someone. If you've already played, for example, Furious Inspiration and inspired Magore or Riptooth, you're doing 3 damage, you +1, you're then doing 4 damage. Now remember, Magore has cleave, as does Riptooth on a critical, so 4 straight up damage with cleave will guarantee a kill against anyone but Gurzag, provided they don't have any defensive ploys working in their favour. You kill someone with this reaction in play, you'll then kick off other reactions, where, for example, play this. After a friendly fighter's action that takes an enemy fighter with a wounds characteristic of 3 or more out of action, you get 3 power cards. You've got +1 damage, you can take out any of the Stormcast Eternals, you can take out anyone but Gurzag, and you can kill any of the major players in the Sepulchral Guard warband. Don't pick on the Petitioners for that because they have wounds of 2, so they don't count. But if you take out any of those guys, you suddenly get 3 more power cards, which could give you, for example, Furious Inspiration to allow you to turn one of your uninspired fighters to become inspired, or Glory of Khorne, which allows you to roll 1 extra attack action for the next activation. You know, it's brilliant. They also have a little bit of board control in here, which allows you to prevent other people moving by throwing out blood slick ground, which you know, if you're up against the Sepulchral Guard, they don't move that quickly, but anyone else, just the ability to slow them down so that you can focus your people to wear them down, or just to prevent them taking objectives, for example. It's a very, very useful card. Anyway, on to upgrades finally. Right, so the upgrades pack has a lot of restricted cards. I think every single card in this deck is restricted to a fighter or a selection of fighters, because of course Riptooth cannot have attack bonus cards. There are specialist ones for Riptooth in there, but first I want to show you a couple that I think are extremely useful. Number 1 is Furious Charge. Restricted to Jarkus, this fighter makes, when this fighter makes a charge action, both the hammer and the sword face of the dice are successes. Now, if you remember, a hammer plus the critical faces give you a 50% chance, whilst the sword plus crit give you a 1 in 3. You plus them both together, it's almost impossible for you to miss. That makes him a very dangerous charger. Very, very useful upgrade there. Another one I particularly like is Trophy Hunter for Magore. So when Magore takes someone out, you gain an additional glory point. If you think about this warband being quite bloody, quite aggressive, wanting to kill people, you get glory points anyway for taking someone out. If you add this to Magore, whenever your leader takes someone out, you get 2 glory instead of 1. Very, very nice. And another one for Jarkus, Rage-Fueled Attacks, where all of his attack actions will have +1 damage. So instead of being instead of having 2 damage per attack, he goes up to 3. 3 damage will kill anyone but the Warden in the Sepulchral Guard, and will almost kill just about anything else. Very, very useful. Now, Riptooth, as you'll notice, has 3 specific ones to him. My favourite of the 3 is this one, Predatory Leap, because when this fighter makes a charge action, they can move through other fighters. Of course, you must end up in an empty hex afterwards. Well, what this means is that Riptooth, who can move up to 5 if inspired, can do this through enemy fighters rather than having to go around them, which makes him one of the most mobile fighters in the game. Nothing can stop him going straight through a line of attack behind someone and chomping on them. He becomes a flanking god. Right, that's all I have to say about the cards. Let's get into a match and I'll show you how these boys work. And thanks to Magic for editing, we are here in a bot match against the Sepulchral Guard. So first we're going to do is have a look at our cards here. Ooh, Rivers of Blood. Score this in end phase if all surviving fighters are wounded, at least 4. 4. Realistically, that's not going to happen in this match. Show of strength. Score this if an enemy leader takes enemy fighter out of action. Yes, we're definitely going to get that. Score this in an end phase if an enemy leader is the only surviving enemy fighter. That is also unlikely due to the sheer number and the fact they will come back from the dead. So I'm going to discard that and hope for a better set of 3 later. On the power deck side, we have Wrathful Blows, useful. Predatory Leap, useful. Furious Inspiration, very useful. Horrifying Howl, yeah, it can be. And Trophy Hunter, ooh, Glory. Nice, nice, nice. I shall keep those. What do we got? Annihilation, hold objective 1, and kill again. Fair enough. Right. Magore will go first, and he will go there. They've dropped the Petitioner. Jarkus over here to hold the right flank. Gartok on his side. And Riptooth. I love the animations for the entrances. I love it. Oh, and we're gonna go first. Brilliant. Right, it's definitely gonna be me going first. And let's have a look. I say go for the champion, Magore. Go for the champion. Leaps, swings, misses. Oh, that's a disappointment. A big disappointment. However, we can play a card, and if we play this, they become inspired. So the question is, who should we encourage to become inspired? My suggestion is going to be Riptooth, because that will up his damage to 3 and his movement to 5. Well, I'm sure that worked well for them. I'm sure that worked well. It doesn't matter. We have hold objective 1. Now with this new cool toy they've given us, if I hold Alt, I get this overlay of the map, and I can see where objective 1 is. Objective 1 is all the way up there. That is going to be a challenge. I really got a poor set of objective cards for this type of fight, I have to say. Oh, they've swung and they've hit Magore. Oh, and they've hit quite hard. Magore, you're a disappointment to Khorne. A true disappointment to Khorne. However, maybe Riptooth can regain some glory for the Warband, because Riptooth has the ability to now take this boy out with 1 hit. We land a critical hit, which means we get cleave as well. Bone Shrapnel unfortunately means we lose 1 hit point, but that's 1 glory for the pot straight up as Riptooth shows us how it's done. Ooh, Predatory Leap means we can go through people, that's quite useful. However, I think Trophy Hunter, Magore may have missed his first one, but he can more than make up for it if he starts to kill now. Harvester's coming for him. It's a swing and a miss. Oh, bit of luck there, because the Harvester could have taken Magore out, I think. No, we're all good. We're all good. What to do? I think it's time to move these boys slightly closer to the action. So Jarkus, if you can rush over here, that would be handy. And yes, I will play a Horrifying Howl, and I will now play it. You, my friend. And I would like you to move here. Ooh. Ooh, Petitioner coming up against Riptooth. He scores a hit, that's a shame, but we have a critical block. So, Riptooth takes some damage and gets knocked back. This is not going according to plan for these boys. However, Gartok Flayskull stands a chance of regaining some glory against these. Ooh, we get a support because we have Jarkus there and we do 2 damage and the Harvester is back. And that is why I waited to shift him. And now Gartok is inspired, so perhaps we can get some glory for Khorne after all. Petitioner's going up against Jarkus. He has a crit, we have a block, but it's not going to be enough. Jarkus takes 1 damage. That's fine. Healing pot, going down 2 wounds to regain for the Harvester. That's a frustration, I have to say. That is a frustration. But perhaps Magore or Riptooth can deal with him next turn. Select some objectives. Well, we shall lose this one, certainly, because it's just not going to happen. Yeah, we'll lose that one too. The way it's going, this one's looking a lot more likely. So we'll hang on to it and see what happens next. Power cards. No, I'm okay keeping those ones. Just give me some new ones and it'll be good. Bane of Champions. Yes, unfortunately the Warden tends to stay at the back. That's going to be a challenge. Hold objective 3. That's even worse. Even worse. Terrible objective cards for this match. However, kill again is a possibility. We get to go first because we have 1 support. Yeah. Now, a quick gander at this. We have great strength, which is very useful. Demonic resilience is very useful. Rage-fueled attacks, also very useful. And the other ones we already knew about. So what we're going to do is open up with Magore. Magore, I would like you to destroy this petitioner, please. We have a crit. It doesn't matter what he does because cleave will go through. There we go. 2 glory for Magore Redhand. Excellent job. Now for Jarkus, we can play this rage-fueled attacks, which will up his damage output, which is extraordinarily useful because this chap here, the Harvester, has 3 wounds. Jarkus can now hit him for 3. Ooh. I think we shall play Demonic Resilience as well, and we shall play it and hope that it all goes well. Wrathful Blows for Gartok. Wonderful thing about having spare glory to spend. There we go, and that's me out of glory. Let's see what the supportful bot does now. Oh, swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Counter. Go. Hit him. Swing and a miss. Disappointing. And their reaction. Swing and a hit. Oh, that's a hit. Oh, Jarkus. Oh, that's that was a powerful hit. But Jarkus is perfectly up for getting hit every now and again. Let's return the favor. Go. There's a crit, it's gonna land, and the Harvester is out because we have given Jarkus the extra damage bonus. Ooh, let's play this, and we shall play it on Gartok. So we all now hit for 3 damage. Nice. Very nice. Petitioner 2 is coming back up to Jarkus. He swings and misses. Jarkus defends. Jarkus gets a chance to reaction. Hopefully he can hit with this. That would be wonderful if he could. He can't. That's a shame. That's a shame. Oh well. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is charge Riptooth over to... Oh, look at the range, Go on, get the prince. Go. We have landed an attack, and the prince is out. That is just the sheer ability. He probably doesn't need that though. No, I shall hold on to that. But the ability for Riptooth to move across the field, and of course with Predatory Leap as well, he can just do what he wants, basically. Warden has a distance attack, but we got lucky and blocked it. We got very lucky and blocked it. No, I am good. I'm not going to play it. Right. Now. You cannot do it. Or can you? Can you hit him? You can hit him. How wonderful. How wonderful. I forgot, because you're inspired, you get to move further. 2 hits. Unfortunately, there's a critical defense, which is the only thing that can stop his cleave action, because of course I did not roll a critical. However, Magore is now nearby. Petitioner 1 is in a spot of bother. The Warden is going to attack again, and Riptooth is going to take that in the face. Oh, that's a shame. That's a real shame. I was hoping that Riptooth could get the Bane of Champions. He had the damage to do it with Magore there in support. It's not going to happen. Doesn't matter, however. It doesn't matter. Because... Right, Riptooth is dead. We shall discard that. And we shall discard that. But kill again is looking likely, because Jarkus, as you see, is down to 1. Magore could go down from 1 hit, and we've already killed more than 2 of them. So we're going to get glory no matter what. Yeah, we do not need that now, because Riptooth is gone. A lot of new cards. Charges. Conquest. We can definitely get Conquest. To the victor, the spoils. Continue the slaughter is useful. Could have done with that earlier. That's for Riptooth, so it's no use whatsoever. Oh dear, he gets to go first. This could be Magore down. Unless they give it to me. He gave it to me. Very kind of him. Right. Magore. Do you know what? See if you can whack this fool. Rush up. He's got a crit. It's going to cleave him no matter what. Bam, bam, bam. 3 wounds down. Knock him back. Nicely done. Not often I get a chance to hit the Warden. So we're going to do it. I'm going to play Great Fortitude. I'm going to whack it on Magore, just in case the Warden takes a swing. Hopefully that's enough to protect. I don't remember if it is. Petitioner 2 has had it played on him. Well, good for Petitioner 2. It is the toughest Petitioner I've ever come across. But it's still not enough. Oh, we've blocked. We can do a reaction. We can do our reaction. Go, 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 go. We get a hit for once. He gets a block. As always, I have yet to hit with that. It's quite frustrating, actually. Because every time I swing and hit, they block it. They have a lot of reaction plays as well. Oh, we got lucky. We got lucky. Right. Nope, I don't need to play anything. I think it is time for Gartok to advance. Gartok, let's whack this Petitioner. Up he comes, ready. Oh, that's a lot of dice. And he hits. We get some glory. Ooh, which one? Draw 3 power cards. Next activation +1 damage. +3 power cards, I think. Because we're in the end phase and I don't think we're going to get a chance. Demonic Maw, healing potion. No, bless the ground. No, that's not going to help. Do you want, we'll throw out a healing pot just to help Magore. No, actually, Magore. We're going to get 1 back from Magore. There we go. And for Jarkus, we're going to get this so that he has an improved chance to hit. And 1, 2. He might be able to attack. He might be able to. We shall see. We shall see. Oh, he's landed a critical hit. We've landed a defense, but it's not going to be enough. We will lose 1 wound. That's okay. We don't need to worry about that. -2 move. Yeah, let's play this. Bloodslit Ground, just to prevent the Warden from moving too far. My activation. Jarkus, can you? You can. Yes. Yes, big man. Up you come. Go, 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 go. Now, of course, he does extra damage when he hits, and he has an improved chance to hit. He has supporting members there. Bash. And the Petitioner is down. Continue the slaughter. Yes, unfortunately I can play that, but unfortunately I don't think I'm going to stand any chance whatsoever. Ooh, I wasn't even paying attention. I scored that one. Yeah, we'll give Magore this because I have the glory. It will now make no difference really whatsoever because it's the end of the game. But yeah, why not? Enemy activation. What are you going to do? It's going to bring the champion back to life. There we go. My activation, there is nothing for me to do, so I shall just skip. This game is won. Obviously I'm not going to get this one, and obviously I'm not going to get this one unless Magore suddenly dies, but conquest is all but guaranteed. Oh, no, Magore will still be alive unless the warden gets a go at least. If the warden doesn't get it, no, the warden doesn't get a go. Conquest, 2 more. That's 10 to me. Anything they have? Doesn't look like it. Does not look like it. 10 to 2. Yes. Nice. I'm obviously not as good with these as I am with Iron Skulls Boys. I've done a lot more games with Iron Skulls Boys, but this is still a fun warband to play as. Very, very bloody, and with the reactions and just getting them into combat, you can start to deal damage over time very, very quickly. If you think that you can charge, whack someone, have them try and hit you back, then miss, and then you hit them again, you could be dealing huge amounts of damage, essentially like 150% damage in one turn, which is crazy useful. Yeah, very fun. Nice warband to play as. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you have enjoyed this, please feel free to like and subscribe. It means such an amount to me, I cannot describe it. Huge motivational boost. Absolutely love hearing from you as well, so please leave comments below. I will of course be covering Steelheart's Champions, the Stormcast Eternals, and the Sepulchral Guard, these undead chaps that we just laid into now, at a future date. Thank you very much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye bye.